Hey guys, so today's video is gonna be a little less positive than my normal videos. And I don't know, I would say that my inspiration is the fact that I'm stuck in my house because it is blizzarding outside. But in all truth, I've been wanting to do this video for a really long time because as someone who reviews beauty products, you know, you can't always just talk about the things that you love. You have a responsibility to the people to share the things that kind of suck or don't work very well for you as well. So today's video is going to be disappointing products. And you know, every time I watch one of these videos, people always make the disclaimer, just because something doesn't work for me doesn't mean it won't work for you. So obviously not trying to offend anybody if one of your favorite products is one of the ones that I talk about here. It's just that I personally did not get along well with these products. I did not really enjoy them and they didn't meet my personal needs with my skin type or my coloring or just my personal preferences. So there's a lot of stuff to get through, so let's dive right in. So the first thing here is a skincare item, and this is something I actually picked up recently to try, and I just was kind of like about it. And this is the Botanics Micellar Cleansing Solution 3-in-1 All Bright. And I really like micellar waters. I've been using them a lot more lately. I love this simple one to basically take my makeup off at the end of the day. And sometimes I'll, like, if I'm having a super lazy day, I'll just do that and that'll be it. But if I want to like really do my skincare well, I'll take everything off with micellar water, and then I'll usually do like a second cleanse with like a really hydrating like oil or cream based cleanser that's not going to strip my skin. So the reason I was disappointed with this is I feel like it really did not take my makeup off at all. I feel like at least the simple one breaks down makeup pretty well, and this I felt like I had to use a lot and there was still a ton of makeup left over on my face. So I would definitely not feel comfortable using this without doing a second cleanse, because otherwise I would feel like there was definitely still makeup left behind on my skin. So, you know, I was hoping because it's Botanics that it would have some nice natural ingredients, but unfortunately I feel like I don't know, not impressed. I'm going to stick with my simple micellar water instead. So another little skincare bit here. This is the Nourish Organic Moisturizing Face Cleanser with cucumber and watercress. And this is a sample I got in my Ipsy bag. And of course I'm thinking it's organic, it is moisturizing, like that sounds awesome. But really, there was nothing about this that was moisturizing. It dried my skin out so bad, and I don't understand why. It also smelled kind of weird. Like, I was thinking cucumber might be nice, but I don't know. It smelled kind of weirdly plant herby and not like in a pleasant way. So I would not buy the full size of this. I did not like it. I would definitely try more from Nourish Organic. I know they're a pretty affordable brand, but yeah, pass on this. So let's talk foundation, shall we? I got two foundations here from the drugstore that I was kind of not pleased with. This one is the Maybelline Dream Wonder Fluid Touch Foundation, and I really love the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. That one is awesome, but this and we were just not friends. First of all, let us talk about the dropper applicator weird thing. So this has like this funky little drippy dropper thing. Like, it doesn't actually have like a pipette or anything that sucks up the product. You're basically, it's like a honeycomb type of situation. You dip it in and then you're supposed to wipe it. Like in the pictures it like looks like it should like drop off of this, but if it takes like 100 years to get like one drop of foundation if that's how you're gonna do it. So I feel like ultimately you kind of have to like swipe it on your face. I don't know. It doesn't seem like the most efficient applicator for this type of product. This is really liquidy, obviously, and it's so it's a very thin texture, and it doesn't have a lot of coverage by itself. You have to definitely layer this product up if you want it to cover better. But I don't know. I just felt like for my skin, especially being oily, that this broke down really quickly and wore away very unevenly on my skin. So even if I got it to look decent and I kind of like built it up with a sponge to get the coverage all right, it after like 3 or 4 hours, like it would basically be wearing away. So for someone who works from, you know, I leave my house at 7:30 in the morning and I don't get home till like 5:45 at night, I need foundation that is going to look good for like 10 hours. I can't, if it's only 3 or 4, I really don't have the luxury of like reapplying my whole face of makeup. So I'm gonna pass on this. Then this one really like kills me because I love the packaging on this. This is the Physicians Formula, let's see, it is the Nude Wear Touch of Glow Stick in Nude Glow. And I love the packaging, the rose gold is so pretty, but this is basically, like it only came in one shade, which I don't understand. Like how can you have one shade when there is such a huge variety of ranges of skin tones out there for people? Like it just does not make any sense. So I'll swatch this actually. Of course I've got like makeup. So like, I don't know if you can see that, but like this is not really my skin tone. Like maybe in the summer this would work for me, but it's way too dark for me in the winter. And the texture of this, it was really creamy, like it you know, actually covers pretty well. Like I actually like the consistency of the product, but I feel like it will clog your pores slightly, like it's a little bit oily, and just the color, I don't know. I wish that it came in more shades. And this is like supposed to be a touch of glow stick, so I was thinking like, ooh, maybe it will be like a highlighter type of situation, which if this was something really light and sort of shimmery, okay, I can understand maybe it being in one shade, but this is really essentially more like a foundation, and it's not really luminizing. I don't know. I just don't really understand what it's trying to be, and it's not cheap, and I want to like it, but I don't. Alright, so this next product is also from Maybelline, and I feel like I have a couple of Maybelline things in here, and I should say, Maybelline is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, drugstore brands. So that being said, I have tried a lot of their products. So there are a ton that I love from their line, but because I've tried so many, there are also some duds that I've found. So I picked up this Dream Bouncy blush in the shade Orchid Hush, and I thought this would be really pretty, and the texture is really neat, if I can get it open. So that it's like got this really cool moussey whipped texture, which I thought was interesting and I felt would like apply really nicely. But if you swatch this, it is essentially like it doesn't even show up on your skin at all. Like I don't know if you can see that, but it's so light and it's so lacking in pigmentation. Like maybe if you have super pale skin, you could get this to show up. But I just sort of felt like I would put this on my cheeks and would not be able to see anything at all. So, I mean, I like the concept. I like the formula. I think that it's kind of cool, but this shade was just, it did not work for me. Then, the other Maybelline product is their Color Molten by Eye Studio eyeshadow layers of color melted into what the heck? Anyway, this is a Color Molten from Maybelline, and it's an eyeshadow duo, and I have one other of these that's in like a rose tone that I like. The biggest problem I have with these is they have like, once again, no pigmentation. The colors in this are beautiful. I had a friend who was requesting I do a drugstore makeup tutorial with like blue and silver, which by the way, will be coming eventually. I have it planned, I just haven't done it yet, so I have not forgotten about you. But let me swatch this. Like, these have a cool texture, like they feel kind of creamy, but like not as creamy as ColourPop. It's kind of like it wants to be ColourPop, but it's not. Anyway, look, like there's just no pigmentation. Like this has the potential to be so nice, but it's just really lackluster, and I just was really not impressed with this. Alright, so continuing on the trend of eye products, I have a couple different eyeliners and mascaras that I just did not get along well with. First is from Julep, and I really love a lot of Julep makeup, but this fluid eye glider, I swear to God, just was like, it's like stabbing yourself in the eye. it is not comfortable. So this has a really, really, I don't know if you can see, it's like sharp pointed tip, which seems like it would be really nice for giving you like a really crisp line, but the nib is like super stiff, and no matter how much I use it, it didn't seem to get any softer. So like, I feel like trying to actually get a smooth line was really difficult, because if the tip doesn't like move, if it doesn't bend along your eye, you basically are just like scratching a tiny little line along your eyelashes, and it's just, I don't like it. It wasn't good. So, you know, I think the formula itself was probably alright, but I honestly haven't used this that much because I really just don't like the nib on this. I think the Stila Stay All Day one has a way better felt tip applicator, and I also really love the Lorac for the Line Pro, which has a brush tip applicator, and that is like freaking, it's a dream. It just, your makeup goes on like whoop, so easy. I love it. So speaking of applicator problems, this is the Tarte Precision Wear or Precision Longwear Liner, and this is a brown shade. The packaging on this is really, it's different. It's cool. It's got kind of this like bright purple and has gold accents, which are really neat. And at first, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with this liner. As a liner, once you get it on, it's really great. It's long-lasting. But my biggest problem with this is that the brush tip clogs up really easily. So I feel like it makes it harder to get a nice smooth line when it starts to like skip, or basically the color becomes less even as you're applying it. So this is what the liner looks like, and it is, you know, really nice, just brown liquid eyeliner. I actually really like brown during the day instead of black. It's a lot less harsh. But I think I'd like to try maybe the Stila one or the Lorac one in a brown shade, because I just feel like this dries out so quickly while you're using it that it just makes it really difficult to use. Then there is this Mally Evercolor Automatic Waterproof Eyeliner in the shade Black Cherry, and I think I got this in a Birchbox, which I was so excited about. And the color, it looks like it's going to be beautiful. I don't know if you can see that, but it is this really, really deep purpley, plummy brown shade, and I thought it was going to be a really gorgeous eyeliner, but my biggest problem, let's just do like one pass. There is like no pigmentation in this. Like, you have to really, really build it up to try to get it. Like, this is, let's go back and forth like 800 times. And like, see, it has the potential to be really beautiful, but when you're putting this on your eyes, you really don't want to have to press as hard as you do and go over as many times as you do to build up that opacity. So I feel like I really would like I expect my eyeliners to be really creamy and really pigmented in like 1 or 2 swipes at the end. So unfortunately, kind of disappointed with this. So mascaras, I have tried, I feel like, a gajillion mascaras lately, and there's just a couple that I wanted to point out that I was not a big fan of. This is the Rimmel Lash Accelerator. I think I got this in a Walmart beauty box, maybe? And I just feel like this did absolutely nothing for my lashes. It has, the brush is alright. It's got kind of like that plasticky, like it's not as dense as like a natural fiber brush, but I just feel like this formula was really thin. Like, it just didn't do anything. Basically, my lashes didn't really look like I had any mascara, and I'm the kind of person that I like intense, volumizing, va-va-va-voom kind of mascaras. So maybe if you like something really natural looking, you would like this. And I don't really know if this made my lashes grow more. I didn't really notice any difference, so I don't know, you know, if those claims are bogus or not. But for me, this was a no-go. Now, this one makes me sad because I was really looking forward to trying this mascara, and I chose it as my sample choice in my Birchbox, and it is the Well People Expressionist mascara. And this is awesome in the sense of it's an all-natural formula, and it has one of these like little plasticky applicator wands. So it is good at like combing out the lashes. This type of applicator is going to give you a lot of definition and length, but it's not necessarily going to give you so much volume, which is what I noticed with this mascara. It's really natural looking, which once again, I said, it's not necessarily my preference. Maybe for every day if you want something that's a little bit more subdued, but my biggest problem with this is that it smudged so bad. It, like, I feel like I would end up with raccoon eyes almost every single time that I wore this. And I was really hoping that it would be a little bit more durable and long wearing, but it just did not hold up as well as I would like. And I would really like to find an all natural mascara. I feel like that would be awesome. So if you guys know of any that you recommend, definitely let me know in the comment below. And then we have some lippies. So I've got a couple from Revlon that made me kind of sad. This is one of their Colorburst lip balms lip glosses. This is the shade Orchid. And I picked this up because I was like, you know, honestly, I don't know why I picked this up, because I feel like I should have known that I wasn't really going to like the texture of this just by looking at it, because it's really glittery and I do not like glittery lip products. But I was looking for something in like a purpley shade, and I thought this would be really pretty because it was going to go with an eyeshadow that I was picking up. I think I actually got it at the same time as that purple blush from Maybelline. So I don't know, I was going for a color theme, and you know, I made poor choices, because this lip gloss, A, is really gritty from the glitter, and B, it is like super goopy. Like, this is a tacky lip gloss. So if you don't mind that, I mean, the pigmentation was alright, it's pretty sheer, and like I said, it's got like a lot of shimmery glitter in it, but I just do not like the way that this felt on my lips at all. It was just way too like sticky, tacky, and I was not a fan of it. Then the other thing, and now this is a really beautiful color. This is the Revlon Color Stay Ultimate Suede Lipstick in the shade Fashionista, and I will swatch this for you. So this is a really pretty shade for this time of year. It's sort of like a brick red color, and you know, really pretty. I really liked the color. I was hoping I would like this. When you first put it on, it does look really nice, but I found that as I wore it, it dried my lips out really bad, and it wasn't really that long wearing. So I don't feel like sometimes I'm willing to take a little bit of dryness if I have something that's like super matte, super long wearing. But I feel like this, just the formula, I didn't enjoy it. I didn't like the way that it felt on my lips over time as I wore it, and it didn't wear well enough to merit it being drying on my lips. So these last two products are sort of more high-end, and they're both lip glosses or lip gloss type products. This is the Japanesque Lip Lacquer in the shade 02. Their shades don't have names. And I do like Japanesque a lot as a brand, but my biggest problem with this lip gloss, like liquid lipstick type of formula, is it just had a weird texture. So this is a very like moussey lip product, but it doesn't dry down matte. Like the Stila liquid lipsticks are sort of moussey, but they dry down to like a comfortable matte. This stays sort of glossy, and it just feels really thick and kind of strange, and it doesn't apply very evenly on the lips. Like, I felt like it looked kind of streaky. So I don't know, I just wasn't a huge fan of the texture of this. Like, the packaging is unbelievably gorgeous. Japanesque makes beautiful makeup products. Like, you know, if you want something that you can put on your vanity and it's going to look pretty, like, these are so beautiful. But the texture of these lip lacquers was just not something that I really enjoyed. I think I'd rather try some of their lipsticks and see maybe if I like those better. And last but not least, and this kind of makes me sad because I love Bite Beauty, and their lipsticks are incredible. If you've never tried one of Bite Beauty's, like their lip pencils or their luminous cream lipsticks, they are so nice. But I got this trio last Christmas, actually, of their Lush Fruit lip glosses, and I kind of like held on to it for a while because I had so much other stuff, so I didn't really use it till the spring. But you know, once I cracked into these, I just really didn't like them that much. They're not cheap, and they're kind of just like, eh. I mean, the pigmentation, they're very sheer in pigment. They're very much a lip gloss. They do add shine. They're somewhat moisturizing, but they're the kind of gloss that as you reapply it, it gets more sticky and tacky and goopy throughout the day, so it becomes less and less comfortable as you reapply it. So I didn't like that. And it's just, I don't know, I don't really feel like these did anything so amazing that it would warrant me spending the extra money on them. I know the ingredients are nice because Bite uses a lot more high quality and natural ingredients in their products. But yeah, I think for the money I would much rather buy a Bite lipstick than a lip gloss. And part of it may just be that I'm not really a gloss girl. I don't know, I really love lipsticks and I love lip balms, but I feel like I'm really picky when it comes to lip gloss because I really don't like that super sticky, tacky feeling on my lips. And that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry if this video was a little bit more negative as I'm like, you know, hating a little bit on some of these products, but it's not, you know, I really like all of these brands. It's just that not every product from every brand is going to be amazing or is going to work for you. So I just wanted to share my feelings on these products that I was not a huge fan of, in case you may have a similar skin type or you may have similar preferences that you may want to avoid spending your money on these and making the mistakes that I did, because I cannot return them now, and it's kind of, it always sucks when you spend money on things that you don't end up loving. So anyway, I hope you guys found this video informative and I hope you liked it, and definitely give it a thumbs up if that was the case, so I know in the future I can, you know, basically continue to keep all of my product fails together and every so often give you guys an update if that's something you'd be interested in. And definitely subscribe if you'd like to see more videos, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!